14th, 2016. We met at a christening. After the service, we officially met. But before that, we were playing, like, what do you call it? Eye contact, looking away. You know, we were playing, like, we just kept looking at each other in church.
When I arrived at the church, I was just there, you know, minding my business, looking all scruffy and stuff like that. You know, my hair wasn't cut, you know, my beard wasn't shaved or anything like that. There I was just sitting, you know, just minding my own business. I saw her. And I was taken back, you know, like, huh?
Something, I don't know, I turned it off for something and our eyes met and we kind of just kept staring at each other. And I'm not the type of person to double take or like look at a person over again to make it like obvious, like, okay, I'm looking at you again after I just looked at you. But for some reason, I just kept, like, I felt like my eyes, I wasn't in control of my eyes. Like, I kept looking at him, like, I just kept looking at him, and it was like, I was mesmerized by him, and I didn't know why. And I wasn't paying any attention to it or anything, but.
And for that whole time, I was just looking at her, looking at her, looking at her.
You know, sometimes I'll look back at him and he'll act like he wasn't looking and look away, but I already see him.
Don't want to see him like, you know, like a weirdo or something, so.
And we just kept doing that throughout the service. All of a sudden, the preacher was preaching this sermon.
The pastor message for that day was speaking things into existence.
Yeah, speak things into being.
Yeah, speak things into being. So he was talking about, you know, the power of the tongue and everything. Then I was like, you know what? I looked at her one time and I was like, you're gonna be my wife. Just like that. And then here we are, like what, 2 years later? 2 years later. That's my wife. We got introduced. And for the whole time I was just nervous. I was sweating. That day it was like 100.
Yeah, it was like 100 plus. Like, I think it was 100. Yeah, it was like 100. Like, yeah, probably. Okay. It was
9, 10 around.
It was so.
It was hot that day. It was
oh my
very
goodness.
hot.
It's like I could just feel the heat from inside the room right now.
Yeah, it was really, really hot that day. For the whole time I was like, what's the name again? What's the name again? That was my one question for the day, like, you know, keep asking.
Yeah,
keep
like,
asking.
He, like, for whatever reason, I mean, I'm used to people not getting my name on the first try. But he was, like, overly asking. I was like, dude, it's not that hard.
I'm not the type to approach somebody. I'm a more laid back kind of guy. Like, but it was just, you know, something about her. Like, you know, I was just like, huh. I can't explain it.
I had my niece and he wanted a picture with her. So I gave her to him and he asked me to take a picture. So I had my phone in my hand and then he handed me his phone to take a picture. And I don't know, he always says that I'm just saying this, but I don't know if it was out of nervousness because I was so nervous around him. I don't know if it was out of nervousness. I didn't even realize I took the picture with my phone. It wasn't until I went to give him the phone, I was like, okay, I took the picture with my phone by accident. So I was like, I'll send the pictures to my brother-in-law and have him send it to you. And he was like, we could just exchange numbers and you could just send it to me.
Slick.
So we exchanged numbers and I sent him the picture right away and left it at that. And you messaged me thanks when I was standing right in front of you.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you did. I sent you the picture and you messaged thanks. Like,
Well,
I wasn't standing right in front of you.
That's our mothers.
You asked me to take a picture with you. And I was like, I don't think I've ever had somebody ask me to take a picture with them. Like, just off the bat of meeting them. So I was kind of like taken back, like, you want to take a picture with me? Like,
I wanted to be that creepy, you know?
and I didn't question it. I just like settled, like I didn't even think about it. I was just like, okay. Like I didn't really think anything of it. And
nah, but it was just like, You know, like I didn't know like if I can see her again ever, like you know. So I was just like, alright, let me at least capture this moment. That was it.
At the time, I didn't know that he was on vacation. I didn't know he wasn't living here. And I sat with him and my niece, and we were just like, you know, having a conversation. Now that's when I found out that he wasn't living here, and that I think he had 3 weeks left.
Yeah.
And I was devastated, like, and it's so funny because I wasn't like thinking like, oh, I really like him and stuff like that. Like I wasn't even thinking on the level. But when he told me that he was leaving in 3 weeks, I just felt sad, like, and I didn't even know why. So fast forwarding to September, from all the times we hung out, going out and doing all kind of crazy stuff, coming down to the time for him to leave, I think it was like maybe like 2 days before he had to leave, he told me to pick him up because he wanted to talk to me. And I was like so anxious. I was like, okay, well, I know it's time for him to leave, so I guess he's telling me like, you know, I just can't go any further and stuff like that. By this time, feelings grew, although it was a short space of time, and I was kind of thinking like, okay, well, let me just brace myself for the worst. When I went to pick him up, he showed me his phone, showed me that he extended his ticket for another month. I asked him why, and he said because he wanted to get to know me a little bit more. I'm so used to being the person who does things for people and goes all out to see people's reactions and to see people happy. I've never really like had somebody do that for me. So I act so effortless and so selfless, was like, I really was taken back because that was like the furthest thing from my mind. But I appreciate it. So he stayed for another month, then hung out a little bit more. We went on a date. We went on a couple of dates. Eventually, we had to say goodbye, and he went back home. Basically, he left in October, and in the beginning of October, like within the first week. Looking back at it now, I don't know how I did it. I was like so anxious all the time because it was like I was so used to like calling you and be like, okay, so what we doing today? Like we're meeting up and stuff like that. So it was hard to kind of like just stay home by myself now.
Yeah, so 2016 was a year of activity. We did a lot. Like we did a lot. We did like maybe like 1 year of activities in like two months.
Yeah, for real.
In like 2 months.
Looking back at it now, I don't know how we did it because I don't feel like I could do that again. Like just keep going out every day, back to back. It's kind of hard to do. I mean, we have more responsibilities now and stuff like that, so it's not like we could just get up and say anything like, oh, let's go here, let's go there. Like, you know, we
responsibilities. I just saw the boy.
So October passed, November passed, and once November comes, it's the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
You have Thanksgiving, you have Christmas coming up and stuff like that, and the holidays are probably the worst time to feel lonely. I started to see myself getting, I wouldn't say depressed, but I would just like be like really antisocial. I would want to be like by myself all the time and everything like that, and I was like, I really don't like this feeling. And at the time I was going through a really rough patch. I felt like I was like low-key hitting rock bottom, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I hate feeling like this is not me. And I kind of just wanted to like do something to feel like I was taking control of like everything that was going on, because it was really overwhelming. And I finally came to the decision to surprise him for Christmas. At first I wasn't gonna go because I didn't, like I said, it was a surprise, so he didn't know that I was coming. So I didn't want to just show up and like, I was afraid he wouldn't be excited, because even though we talked every day since he left, I was still afraid of like, you know, the feelings wouldn't be mutual and stuff like that. Like, you know, regular things that you would be worried about in a long distance relationship. But it's true. You didn't think like that? You were never afraid that I would like lose feelings for you, or that I would change and we would be the same?
I mean, come on, look at me. Who gonna lose feelings for me? For me, I always had a positive vibes about it. It felt like I know you for, you know, like a long time. I wasn't worried on that part.
I was confident in our relationship, but I didn't want to be overconfident to the point where like if something had happened, I'd have been like devastated, because I was like, I bet my life that this relationship would be perfect. I went on a flight all by myself. It was the first time I ever flew by myself in my entire life. I was terrified. I felt like when I made the decision to actually go, a lot of things were like fighting me down, because like the flight kept getting delayed, and I was like, what if this is a sign like I'm not supposed to go, or like, you know, we're not supposed to like be together and stuff like that. Finally I get there. I stayed by some relatives, and I had them call him and, you know, basically tell him like, oh, you know, she has her aunt is coming and she wants to meet you and stuff like that. Like, meanwhile I'm the aunt, but he didn't know that. So they kept calling him. It was like, okay, she's here, so she wants to come see you. And, you know, I told them to tell him that I gave her stuff to like give to him, so he needed to pick it up that day. He eventually came, and he was surprised. Yeah, so then 4 months went by, and
Come on, what? Surprise you.
so he wanted to be like me, because I surprised him for Christmas. He wanted to surprise me to try to get me back. So he came and surprised me for my birthday.
And I picked out the dates, and I think it was like 2 weeks. Yeah, so I came, I was surprised her and everything. She actually cried. It was like a good experience.
Because
the
you
experience.
led me to believe that you weren't coming.
Yeah, so like on the phone I kept telling her like, no, I can't make it. We have stuff going on. I won't be able to come. You know, like
I was so
like
devastated.
every time we talk about it, she'll be crying. Like when I got here, I think she was out, so she was out doing her nails and stuff like that. I actually had to beg her cousin Michelle, like I had to let Michelle in, so I had to beg Michelle to get you to like, you know, get yourself together, do her hair, do her nails, because she was like, oh, she ain't going to do nothing for her birthday because just I ain't coming, and you know, her body gonna suck and stuff like that. So I had to pinch Michelle, let Michelle know that I'm coming, so Michelle will try and influence her, pull herself together. While I was here, when I came for a surprise for a birthday and stuff like that, well, I was already thinking, you know, to propose to her and stuff like that. And I did. Well, I went ahead and did that. We went to Central Park, and I had my little speech and everything prepared. And I did. I went down and one knee stuck in. Where's the ring?
You're a mess.
Alright, so she said yes, and obviously if she didn't say yes, we won't be making this video.
So before the proposal and everything and the surprise for my birthday, I had already planned to go for a carnival. It was my first carnival ever, and it was my first time ever playing mass. So I was pretty excited about it and stuff like that. So even though I didn't know about seeing him in April, I knew that I was going to see him again within 6 months. Just didn't know I was going to see him twice within the 6 months. I went, flew by myself once again, and we had a blast. Like, that's all I could say. Like, I'm not going to go into the detail, but we had a blast. It was amazing. We had too much fun. I ended up in the hospital. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother video. But if you guys want a story time on my trip to St. Vincent for Carnival, leave a comment down below and we will definitely do that. But anyway, came back, and the next big task was to plan the wedding. So we had the ceremony in the church, but it wasn't a big wedding. It was just my immediate family and his immediate family, and that was it. We will have a big wedding in the future, but there's just not a date yet. But as soon as we do, we will let you guys know. Basically, after we got married, the rest is history. I'm proud of everything that we've accomplished because, I mean, such a young couple, and for the space that we were actually dating, so when we got married, a lot of people kind of like doubted us and expected us to like not work out, or you know, it would just have a negative outcome really fast. And it just feels good to know, like, you know, we're almost there to celebrate our second anniversary, you know, like as a married couple, and it feels like just yesterday.
Yeah.
And we've been through a lot of ups, we've been through a lot of downs, and we're still here. And that's why I'm excited, you know, for this channel and everything, because my personal goal is to actually be an inspiration to other people. As we create more videos, people will understand what I mean by that. If 1,000 people watch this video and I inspire one person, it's a reason for me to keep going. I feel like when people see young couples getting married or, you know, making big decisions really fast, they automatically doubt them and they automatically frown upon them and say, oh, they're only getting married because of this, or this is what's going to happen in this amount of time. And making this channel is like, I just want to inspire somebody. I want to encourage. I just want other couples to know, like, you know, they're not alone out there, and young black love is amazing.
A relationship is not a bed of rose, not an easy walking path. You know, you have a lot more to it, a lot of work behind the scenes. You know, once you get to that and you get stronger and stronger every day, it's like, it's amazing. And like, you get to a point where you be like, you know, like, oh, like you could overcome anything, like you could face anything.
Once you make God the center of your marriage and you love each other unconditionally, there's nothing that you guys cannot do together. And if anybody's a living witness to that, it's us. So before this video gets 10 times longer than intended, we just wanted to create this video as an introduction, let you guys kind of just like understand. It's kind of like a backstory for the story to come. Every video is a chapter that gets written, and it's like a never-ending story. So my name is Javern.
And I'm Emran. And we are Mr. and Mrs. Matthews.
We will do vlogs on this channel. We're gonna do pranks, challenges. So by the time you guys see this video, it's gonna be Valentine's Day. So from my husband and I, we just want to wish you a very happy Valentine's Day. I hope everybody's day is special. If you're single, don't worry.
Keep the faith.
Keep the faith. That Mr. Right, that Mrs. Right is out there somewhere, and you guys are going to find each other sooner than later. If you don't have a Valentine, just remember to love yourself.
I mean, that is the first thing for us. That's the first rule of all.
If you don't know how to love yourself, you can't love somebody else. So self-love is very important.
Also, you know, you gotta make yourself happy. You can't depend on someone else to make you happy. Because if you don't make you happy, how could you make someone else happy? It's like you don't have happiness within yourself to make yourself happy, but yet you need someone else to, you know, to make you happy. You think you can make someone else happy. Nah. You gotta, you know, you gotta find yourself and be yourself and be happy within yourself first before you can go to someone else. Happy Valentine's Day. You know, love yourself first.
And just remember, no matter what, love always wins. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. This is going to be a separate channel from mine. Comment what videos you guys would like to see from the both of us on this channel. And feel free to share with my friends and kiss.
That's it.
If you guys watch this video and made it to the end, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in our